Hello everybody and welcome to Phoenix International Raceway for the third race of the first ever season of the Virtual Racing Championship here at ISM Raceway in Phoenix, Arizona. It is time for the Kenyon's Graphics 125. I'm Eddie Pileggi. I'll be joined by Trip McGinnis, Don Reynolds, and Joseph McIntyre up here in the booth, and Spencer Fox down on pit road. Big race today, third race of the season. Tyler McDonald going for 3 in a row, but he's trapped in the inspection line right now. Don Reynolds, what's your take on today's race?
Boy, this is going to be an exciting race. It seems like we have some of the fastest laps we've ever seen run here with Josh Williamson, Austin Switzer, Jared Talmadge, and a bunch of other people running under 31. So we'll see. We're going to have a lot of contenders today, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now, you mentioned a couple of those guys, but first, let's send it down for the national anthem. Now let's take a look at your starting lineups here for the Kenyon's Graphics 125. On row 1, it's McGinnis Motorsports teammates Jarrett Talmadge and Austin Switzer. In row 2, it's Hendrick Online teammates Christian Holder making his debut and Fisher G. In row 3, it's Caleb Rose in the 20 and Ethan Hoffman driving the 8 this week. Then in row 4, it's Paul Jackson making his debut in the 78 and second start for JoJo Sims in the 14. Row 5, you'll find Josh Williamson and Tyler McDonald, who's held up in the inspection line. Race facts, 78 laps, pit window 22 to 25 laps, halfway bonus at lap 40. Cars have been loose in practice. McDonald looking for 3 in a row, a bunch not starting, including Caleb McDonald, who's out with an injury, Hunter Battersby, Gavin Day, Trey Rogers. They're on track and getting ready to go green.
Yeah, where we have Jared Talmadge with the pole once again for the third week in a row. Like I said, he's been running some of the fastest laps we've seen. I look for him and Austin Switzer to be a real contender here.
All right, Trip, are you ready? Yes, I am. Hold them, flagman. Great flag. Let's go. Let's roll. Here we go, and Jarrett Talmadge fires off from the start.
Whoa, contact with the 24 and the 99 there coming through turn 2.
And follow back.
And 99 slid up. Here comes Fisher G on his outside.
There's so much for what I said about the 99 being fast early on, but he's looking to reel him back in here.
That 24 looks good. First start for Christian Holder, and he's already up to second here and actually not falling too far behind Talmadge, as Jarrett Talmadge leads the first lap here in the Kenyon's Graphics 125.
And with there being a lot of these new guys that are coming in, getting their first races under their belts here, especially with a tough track like ISM Phoenix, it's going to be kind of a test of strength here. And with Christian Holder running second at the moment, he's not doing too bad compared to Talmadge here. And yeah, I'm not surprised that we're going to see some of these guys, new faces join us up, since it is the first season of the series.
Yeah, honestly,
so it won't be. Whoa, a little bounce off the wall
goodness.
there. Won't be 3 in a row for Tyler McDonald. He's out of the race. Right now, it's Talmadge, your leader, followed by Christian Holder, Austin Switzer, who have gotten away. 4th place is Fisher G. Ethan Hoffman rounds out the top 5. Then it's Caleb Rose, JoJo Sims, Josh Williamson, and Paul Jackson, the 9 still running. It's Jarrett Talmadge looking very strong so far.
Yeah, but a really tough break for Tyler McDonald, who, even though he's locked in the playoffs, I No, he probably wanted to go for that 3 in a row just to do something out of the ordinary that many people haven't done. Whoa, goodness, 36!
Oh, big
Whoa!
hit right there.
He's upside down! Or did he just lag a bit?
Upside down goes the 36 to Williamson.
Well, nevertheless,
Wow,
the caution's
flip in the
out.
desert.
Man, I don't know
Big
if that
mess.
I don't know if that was lag or what. Either way, the caution's out.
So first caution of the day here, with Jarrett Talmadge your leader, Christian Holder still in second, and Austin Switzer in third. Let's watch this from the perspective of Paul Jackson. Yeah, Williamson drifts to the inside.
Oh man, what a hit to that outside.
Hit on that wall, the right
I
front.
can't really tell if that was lag, but he did hit that inside wall pretty hard.
It almost looks like he bounced off the inside and or just hit the wall on the outside enough angle. If that's what he saw, if it was him turning over, don't know for sure. One car is
He's
glitching
not
up
last,
a
though.
ton up there.
Going after that, so he's still in 8th place.
Yeah, he's lucky. That was a huge hit.
We have now had a flip in every race so far.
It's crazy to think.
And Williamson has flipped in both races he's run now.
Oh man, that's got to be tough for him. Las Vegas, he had that incident on pit road. Here, he's got the first caution on lap 5.
There were 3 flips at Daytona, 2 at Las Vegas, and already 1 here at Phoenix. As Talmadge isn't going to come down pit road.
I bet
Switzer
nobody was
is.
expecting that.
So we see Talmadge and the 88 of G stay out, and all of the other cars are going to still pit.
The only one Toyota on pit lane right now. That seems two Toyotas. I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean, look, if you look at the leaderboard right now, you've got what 5 Fords in this race, and you have only 1 Chevrolet, and that's Fisher G, and he'll be holding a flag for that Chevy camp, and we'll see if he can get it done today. But look at these guys already getting 4 tires and fuel on a lot of these race cars, trying to make it the distance here in the first half of the race. And Austin Switzer, he puts 4 on it. He's going to come out of the pit lane, and it looks like he will win this race off. But
that was close.
Whoa, Holder got him.
24.
Holder
got him. How about that in his first start?
I like this 24. And again, look at JoJo Sims up there in his second start, running up in the top 5. And a good pit stop for the 99. But that 24 just flew off pit road. Good job for him.
Absolutely. That was a good stop for those guys.
So only 2 guys stayed out. It might not be that much of a deal since we are only about 7 laps into the race here, coming to lap 9 here, I guess, suppose 9 laps. But we 1 lap to go until the green flag. But as you can tell, you've got Fisher G already up into the 2nd position. Has not, as you said, only a 2nd start, has not seen that front very much. And I wonder if today that clean air will be able to help that car out quite a bit and give him some leading laps and some other.
Biggest mover so far in this race is JoJo Sims, who's gained 3 spots, 2 spots up for Fisher G. Biggest losers, Ethan Hoffman and Austin Switzer have both lost 2 positions in the Guinness Motorsports cars.
They're having a little trouble getting them lined up here, but this is nothing new. They're still trying to get it figured out. Hopefully they can before this race is over.
Now, going back to that pit stop, they pitted on lap 7. So with the halfway bonus at lap 39, unless they really, really save, I don't think they'll be able to make it to the halfway bonus. It'll be close, though. It really depends on how well they can save their fuel. As the green flag comes back out, and another good restart from the 28 of Talmadge.
Oh, but equally same jump for the 88 car here.
In the wall, and they're going to run 3
Bounced off the wall, but I think
position.
it helped him more than it hurt him. And now he's still side by side with the 28.
Fisher G holding strong on that outside lane. Will he be able to get there?
Well, look at Holder coming into the view here.
Oh
boy,
they spin in
Holder
turn
and
4.
Switzer make contact.
Nice
JoJo
save by
Sims
Austin
threw the
Switzer.
mess to 2nd, and the caution comes out.
That was a good save by
Somehow
the
kept it
99,
off the
but
wall.
behind him, it was just chaos.
Yeah, Christian Holder overdrove that corner and then bounced off G and nowhere for the 99 to go.
Yeah, well, if he had made that move, he would have passed about 4 cars just in that one move, but...
Yeah.
Looks like he just drove in a little, trying to get a little bit too greedy there. How did that 99 keep it off the wall, though?
Not
That was
a clue.
close.
That was amazing.
So now Sims is in second. Third place is Switzer.
And then behind them, you
Paul
got Toyota
Jackson
Power
gets
lining up with
going
Rosen.
after the pace laps.
Whoa. Contact with the 28 and the 99 here.
And I think we took. Was that a false caution? Because it did not seem like everyone went. Or false restart?
I believe that's what they're going to do. I don't think everybody was lined up, so I think that's got to be a false start.
Yep, they're going to call a false start here.
Now they got to get another lap under caution here because they got to get everybody lined up.
Yep.
So what seems to be the big problem with these guys is they're not keeping a slow enough and steady pace to be able to get everyone lined up, because after a while, you know, everyone runs into each other and they have to catch up to a pretty darn high speed, and that just takes a lot longer for these guys. They're really gonna have to figure it out before Kansas.
Like you just saw with Austin Switzer there, he got rammed in the back and they got spun out on the front straightaway. So he's trying to get up there, but they're still having a hard time getting them lined up.
And one thing
So this first false start of the race is brought to you by Auto Parts Warehouse. Need parts? APW cares. Look up their website at autopartswarehouse.com. So we're going to be ready to try this again.
Dang it.
As it's Talmadge and Sims and Switzer. The highest Toyota now, Paul Jackson, the other guy making his debut. Haven't talked about him much, but he's up to 4th.
Yeah, definitely good run for Jackson today. That's his first start with the 78 team in the Toyota Virtual Alliance. He's looking strong. Maybe he can make something of it.
So once again, it'll be Talmadge taking the green flag. Once again, already made clear, not even before they get to turn number 1. And JoJo Sims,
That 28 car fires off so well today.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be in contention for the win. I don't care who's running against him. That 28 car is going to be in contention for this victory.
All those McGinnis Motorsports cars were getting a lot of practice in this week, and you see all of them running well. Hoffman's stuck in the back right now, but both Talmadge and Switzer running very well. They're up 1-2 right now.
Yeah, another good run for the 28 Caleb Rose with his 4th place right now. And oh goodness, that 99 got so sideways coming out of turn number 2 there.
Oh, he got sideways again.
That's sideways. Oh, this is going to be tight. The 78 gets aggressive, bounces off the wall. Here comes Switzer right back. Almost 3 wide for second.
Oh.
Caleb Rose is right there, too.
He cleared the 78.
This is what Talmadge wants to see. If these guys are battling it out, they're not running very good laps. But
Oh, there he goes underneath the 14.
Oh,
he over.
Oh,
Can't do that.
See?
Looking,
yes, he
looking.
does,
Oh
but he's going
my
to lose a ton of
goodness.
positions because everybody was bunched up.
I can't believe he saved that car.
you know, you can really tell his car is really running loose right now. Look at that. 3 cars, I think, hit the wall there in turns 3 and 4. This is really getting exciting here. Only on lap number 17.
You mentioned the loose race cars. As the owner of McGinnis Motorsports, I know all these guys are driving some really loose setups, and I mean, they're having some issues in practice. Ethan Hoffman was telling me how almost impossible it was to drive, and you see there how loose Austin Switzer got bouncing off the wall.
Yeah, here comes
And
Hoffman
he's stuck
underneath
now
him.
in about 7th with his teammate Ethan Hoffman.
Up there he falls back.
And so at the moment,
Hoffman.
it kind of seems like it's all just in these drivers' heads about these loose race cars. And if you can figure it out, you're probably going to be the one with the best race car in the race. And it looks like Talmadge is probably the guy who figures out a lot of these setups the quickest out of all of them. So we'll see if he'll be able to come home with a win still today.
I wouldn't be shocked if he keeps that thing up front, to be honest with you. Ooh,
yeah.
Man. More
3
contact
cars
in the corner.
contact.
Fisher
And these guys have
G
been
and
all
Paul
over that
Jackson. Here comes Holder on the inside.
This is
2 young guns making their
Oh,
debuts.
G's in the wall.
Fisher is torpedo.
Oh,
He's up
he's
to the
over.
end.
Oh,
He's
man.
over.
Jackson, and I think Caleb Rose got some contact. Hoffman
Switzer
flies
coming
by,
there.
and the caution's going to come out for the 3rd time.
over half the field just wrecked.
Now that's what you call mayhem.
Big one in turn 1 at Phoenix.
Switzer goes right to pit road after that mess. He might have gotten involved in it a little, but there were at least 4 cars involved in that.
Yeah, I think the 78 may have slipped down. I saw him clip one car. I believe it was the 99 of Switzer. We'll have to take a look at the replay here in a moment.
That was a big wreck there as we see Austin Switzer onto pit road.
Looks like he might be going with the 4 tires again.
Well, I think this will be able to get him to the end of the first half of the race here.
McGinnis Motorsports also, Ethan Hoffman is on pit road right now, and that's Smithfield number 8.
Switzer wins the race off pit road.
See a replay of this. Whoa, Fisher G
man.
got aggressive in the corner, kind of chop blocked Jackson into the wall. Here comes Holder. Now Jackson's going to get a run.
There you see
G
gets in the
spins,
wall.
Holder nowhere to go.
Man.
Jackson gets
That
hit
was the 99
by the 20
of
of
Switzer.
Rose. And then watch these cars come flying by.
Oh, he
Both
almost
Williamson
got
and Hoffman.
You will
At
see
least 4
here.
cars got collected in that.
We'll see here from Switzer's
Watch
view.
this from Switzer's perspective. Does he get hit?
Bam!
Yeah.
Right there. Right
No
front.
doubt he gets there.
He was gunning it, trying to get through, but 78 just came down. He had nowhere to go.
He's lucky he didn't get any more damage from that, because he got hit really, really hard in the right front.
Oh, that car just seems a little too loose to drive, even on half power here.
See if he can get it figured out, because he seems to really have a car that has what it takes to be running up front if he could just get it figured out to keep it from getting this loose.
So what I think Switzer's doing right now is, since you saw he pitted right as the caution came out, which is you're not supposed to do because the pit roads are closed as soon as the caution comes out. So he's trying to get these guys to go past, it seems, since he's supposed to restart at the tail end of the field, but I don't think they're listening to him.
Trying to get things set up. What we do know is JoJo Sims is your leader. Williamson is second. Then Talmadge, Jackson, Rose. Austin Switzer right now is 6th. And then G, Hoffman, and Holder.
Yeah, it looks like he might be lagging a little bit because the camera's kind of glitching back and forth here.
Yeah, he's not the only one. The 88's had some issues, I think, with the lag. And we're also seeing the 36 getting a little jumpy. So, got a couple of drivers having that issue. We didn't really have it as much at Las Vegas, but it's becoming a problem here at Phoenix, and especially since it's a smaller track, that issue gets exaggerated like double because it's how small a track we're at today.
He's just going all over the place, Williamson. No, he probably has no clue what is going on, but from everyone else's view.
All right, so it'll be the first time JoJo Sims is out front. Oh, we've got contact
Now we
again across the line.
That's not going to be a restart. That's got to be a false start there.
So still the only car out of the race is the 11 of Tyler McDonald, who had the issues
they just
in
crashed
section.
in the corner.
Whoa, trouble back there.
Yes, they're not going to call a false start. Unless they...
Yeah, there it is.
Maybe they just did.
First short track race for the VRC, and you know the officials are really trying to work to get things organized because this is a much more difficult task, and you see the 36 just appearing out of nowhere, like...
Whoa!
This is the... Due to the chance, with the internet and cars all on a small track, this is actually the second shortest track we go to on the year, tied with Dover, and the only other short track we go to is Martinsville.
Yeah, just imagine if this is the lag we have at Martinsville. Whew! It's gonna get nuts.
So Caleb Rose is your leader, Switzer is second, then Jackson, Hoffman, Sims, and Fisher G did not pit. Jarrett Talmadge, first pit stop, finally at lap 26 for him. Holder is on pit road, as is Josh Williamson. This is their second stop. And now I think everybody should be able to effectively make it to the halfway bonus, as long as they're stockpiling those fuel tanks before we go green.
I'm honestly shocked that Jared Talmadge made it as far as he did. without pitting. 26 laps when we thought the window was only going to be 22 to 25. He made it an extra lap.
He is very good at saving fuel. And the other thing with him is that he is also able to manufacture the tires. I know he was pulling away, but he does not get slippy in the corners. He's not wasting the tire wear. And his tires didn't really hurt him till the last couple laps of that run. So the fact that he's got tires that can last, that's why we better watch out for him today. As we are finally back green here on lap 28, we were pretty much under caution since the incident on lap 19, as Caleb Rose, Austin Switzer lead them down through 1 and 2.
That's got to be the longest caution that we've ever had.
Yeah, by far. I think the first 2 races, the longest was maybe 3 or 4 laps at Vegas. It's a good battle heating up for second. Caleb Rose is going to get in front of the 99 as Switzer's going to bounce off the wall a little.
78 to the race lead here.
And Jarrett Talmadge is already climbing into this mess.
Oh, look at Switzer
So
making a move on
Toyota
Rose here.
1-2. Battle for
Switzer's
second
there.
and able
He
to
got
get
it.
it as Austin Switzer.
Now he's got the 78 to deal with. Oh, or does he, as Talmadge makes his way to the front here.
And Talmadge slips to the inside through the
There goes
dog leg,
Switzer
but here
again.
comes Switzer right back. 3 wide move for the lead and Switzer to the front, Talmadge in second.
This
Switzer
is
will
the
lead his first
racing
lap
these
on
fans
race
came
day.
and paid for.
Oh, and his
We're now
teammate
under
gets
10
his
laps to the
inside.
halfway bonus.
Ooh, he saved it again.
And Paul Jackson's running so well in his first start. He could have a chance at this
Caleb
halfway
Rose is
bonus, and don't
keeping
count
that
out that Tide Pod's 20 either.
Keep in mind that this racing is just for the halfway bonus.
And they're going to stick
3
it
wide
again.
for
Will they back out?
second.
Yes, they will.
Switzer does back out of it. Because that was a wreck waiting
Ooh,
to
he
happen.
just bounced off the wall a little bit.
Hey, but here he comes again. Is he going to try to go through the middle? Rose blocks. He dives to the bottom.
Big
Oh,
time.
Gets
no,
loose,
no,
goes all the
no.
way down the dog leg, and he's
And
going to
here
fall
comes
back as
Sims.
Sims goes by.
Where did he come from?
The
These guys are
14
all
of
just like
Sims
players
ran well at
when they
Vegas
count.
and now out of nowhere into 4th place.
And
And
G
right now,
is all the
Talmadge
way up to
trying-
6th now.
Yeah, I think Switzer's falling back now. And then you see Hoffman, Holder, Williamson, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Talmadge has assumed the lead
I think
from
Williamson
Caleb
might
Rose and
have
Paul
some.
Jackson. Rose is now second ahead of the 78, as coming for 4th and taking the position. Not yet, actually, as Sims is going to hang tough on the outside.
I think I may have heard something over Williamson's radio where he was saying he had some sort of vibration in the car or something, and it's some issue with the car not turning in the corners. Either way, that car is not running as well as he would like.
Yeah, he's fallen way back. He and Holder have completely lost the top 7 that are all within about 6-7 seconds of each other. So we now have just 4 laps to the halfway bonus. Fisher G gets caught up near the wall, and Switzer's going to take 3rd as Paul Jackson is on pit road.
That might be a smart move by the 78 to pit before the halfway bonus, so
We
that
actually
he ends
haven't
up
seen anybody
inheriting the
try to
lead.
pull that. We've actually never seen anybody really pull that move yet, but Jackson's pitted, and maybe that could work out, and we see the 14 of Sims ducking down too, but they had not pitted since that second caution back on lap 13, so they did not have enough gas to make it to the halfway bonus.
He just better not hope he goes a lap down here. Yep, he just did.
Jackson does. Sims might be a little luckier because he had a better entry onto pit road, but he might also lose a lap.
And Williamson might come down next. We'll see.
And we only got 1 car wave around, so only one of these drivers is going to get back in the lead lap if they both end up lapped, so one of them could end up getting stuck a lap down. As the halfway bonus is given to Jarrett Talmadge as he crosses the line and earns his first playoff point. Caleb Rose 2nd, Switzer 3rd, Hoffman 4th, G 5th, then Holder and Williamson. Jackson passed Sims, so he's going to get the free pass, and that strategy doesn't work for JoJo. He'll be stuck a lap off the pace.
Truly a dominating run for Talmadge in the early going.
So now the
This
interesting
has been a
part
very
will be-
great race we've seen so far with these guys. I mean, it's been very competitive.
So yeah, now the question is going to be posed of, will these guys come down for pit stops? We'll be right back.
Calling all gamers, streamers, YouTubers, owners of Twitter pages, Facebook pages, and websites. Are you in deep need of graphics? Then check out Kenyon's Graphics today for some great deals. For gaming, how about gaming logos $3, banners, profile pics for $4, custom streamer logo for $6, all streamer packages at $15. How about custom cards for $4, canvas art runs at $8, custom logo for $10, and art business page packages at $15. Check out Kenyon Graphics today on Twitter at Kenyon's Graphic. Remember, each design is custom made for each customer to be as original and unique as you are. Check out Kenyon's Graphics, the official graphics source of the Virtual Racing Championship. We're back, and there's pit stops. Austin Switzer is on pit road as they're hustling around. Paul Jackson will get the free passes. Everybody seems to be on pit road. I don't think the 36 is, though. Let's get an interview with Josh Williamson. All right. Josh Williamson, Strip McGinnis up here in the VRN booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Trip, loud and clear.
All right. Well, Josh Williamson, second start for you today. You struggled at Vegas, but having some issues today through the first half. What's going on with that 36 car?
Well, I don't know. The car's just been way too tight in the corners. It's tight going into turn 1 and then loose going into turn 3. Have to get that figured out. Also got some internet issues, but that's probably not too unusual. Hopefully we'll get it fixed and we'll get a solid finish out of this day.
Well, best of luck to you, and your teammates are running 1, 2, 3 right now, so maybe they can get a good finish from McGinnis Motorsports.
Yeah, we can only hope. They seem to have the cars to beat today.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Josh Williamson having some issues, yet right now he is your leader here on lap 42.
See if he can hold on to it with those issues. He kind of had a somber attitude. We'll see if he actually thinks he can hold on to it. Right now, he might not be able to.
Josh Williamson running the second race in the 36th from McGinnis Motorsports after Marshawn McDowell announced his retirement from the VRC after running the Daytona 125, where he finished 5th, as they're trying to get the field organized, as we'll cross the line now with 36 laps to go.
They're still trying to get him lined up by the looks of things. This could be another long caution here.
And the 36 seems to be having some issues. Says he's second. I don't really know what's going on with that 36 of Williamson.
Yeah, it looks like there might be some internet issues going on here. Or did one car get too many laps back?
Paul Jackson is your free pass. JoJo Sims will remain a lap off the pace.
And there's still a little
Fisher
trouble.
G and JoJo Sims got a little crazy, but it looks like we've got all 9 pretty
There's
close
the
together
36
now.
on the inside of turn 1.
Yes, all kinds of issues for the 36 right now. Yeah, I think he's going to be done for the day soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he just pulls to the garage in a little bit. He's got all sorts of problems. And it's just going to be irritating
right now,
everyone.
Supposedly Williamson is first, but aside from him, it's Talmadge, Paul Jackson, Caleb Rose, Holder Hoffman, then G. Switzer, and then Sims is a lap down. Tyler McDonald's still the only car out of the race. Nobody has left the race yet.
I think the 36 may be getting ready to, though.
We've had a lot of DNFs in the last couple races.
It's still not going to green.
Look, we're hearing word that it is supposed to be 1 to go right now, so we'll see if we do get to green next time by. But as I was saying, we've had a lot of guys not finish races. At Daytona, 4 failed to finish the race. Ethan Hoffman, Jarrett Talmadge, Donovan David, Andy Barr. And then at Las Vegas, 3 more failed to finish the race, those being Trey Rogers, Hunter Battersby, and the 28 of Talmadge.
Yeah, Talmadge has not had good luck in the last 2 races. Here he is, perhaps running up to the front here.
Josh Williamson has dropped to the back and supposedly head to the pits soon, and his day might be over. Meanwhile, it's Talmadge and Jackson on the front row. Can Paul Jackson maybe lead some laps in his debut? The other debuting driver, the 24, is in 5th.
Now the green
flag is back in the air, and we're underway for the second half of the race.
Talmadge with another huge jump to the lead here.
How about Ethan Hoffman trying to get into the picture? And here comes Switzer as well.
Holder's moving up to 3rd now.
Here comes Holder.
Oh, there goes the 78 underneath him.
Whoa! Fisher almost tips the 99. Now we've got all 3 manufacturers.
Whoa, there goes the 78.
That's a vicious hit for the 78.
Oh, man, I think that's going to hurt him. That's going to hurt his
Paul
run.
Jackson was having a good race.
Williamson's still not pulling off the track yet. I think he may be debating if he wants to go for more points or not. We'll see here.
We're hearing that he's about 5 seconds behind everybody else, so he is still running, but he is behind everybody. He doesn't want to get in front of anybody and cause any sort of incident, which is a very smart move on his part.
Yeah, that's class.
So he's struggling, but McGinnis Motorsports is currently 1, 2, 3 with Talmadge, Hoffman, and Switzer. Something happened to the 20 of Rose, and actually Williamson is now past him for 7th place, as we'll be coming to 30 laps to go.
I think Rose might have actually made some contact with the wall in turns 3 and 4, but Rose gets by him again.
So as you can
Sims
see,
remains a lap down.
Yeah, there are 3 Fords lined up 1, 2, and 3. They are all Trip McGinnis Motorsport machines. And then you have the 88 and the 24, 2 Chevrolets. That rounds out the top 5. Then you have both Toyotas following in 6th and 7th. And then Williamson and yet another Ford. And then following 1 lap down is the 14 of JoJo Sims.
Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Ford, Toyota.
As meanwhile, let's see, it looks like Talmadge hasn't been able to check out that far, and both Switzer and Hoffman seem to be gaining on him.
I think Williamson may be getting ready to take out the keys here. He's now a lap down.
Official scoring is showing that Sims has passed him. He has gone a lap down, and we are getting word that Josh Williamson is done for the day, so he'll finish 9th.
Yeah, terrible luck for the 36. He had a bad restart at Las Vegas in the final 2 laps, and here he is having to leave the track early because of multiple issues with the car.
Well, he is heading to one of his better tracks in Kansas, so he'll look to get back on track there. Meanwhile, he can cheer on from the garage area. He can cheer on his teammates because they're 1, 2, 3, and Switzer is gaining on the 28.
And assuming it goes like this, Hoffman will be there soon as well. It does not seem like Talmadge is very good on these long runs because I just don't think his car stays in that same area of loose, but bearable loose. He gets way too loose, I'm sure, on these longer runs. So he's probably looking for that pit stop coming very soon.
Let's analyze through 1 and 2. I don't know. To me, it almost looks like there's a little bit of understeer in that 28 because he slides up. That actually looks a little tight, even though with the loose setup. 99 looks a little loose, but it's working for him right now.
Yeah, but how about Christian Holder getting up in the 4th place here in his first start? That's a great
kudos
run for
to him
24.
and Chevy. Team Chevrolet has struggled the first couple races, but they've got
now it's official.
Hendrick cars currently in the top 5.
That's official. Williamson is out of the race. It is official.
So you can see that Switzer likes to dive down heading into turn 1. That's probably what's saving him from getting too close to that wall, which is where Talmadge is getting right next to.
Oh, Talmadge just hit it.
Yeah, I mean,
Talmadge up in the wall. See, I
Big
told
gain
you,
by
I don't think he's loose. He looks pretty tight to me right now, which is amazing with the setup that these Fords are running this week.
I just wonder if that car is just starting to become unbearable and that front end just is not stepping out with the back end at the same time. That's probably what's happening here. I don't know. Yeah, you might be right. He may be tight, but whether we stay green or not, it looks like these guys have strung out enough to where we can stay within a 2-car incident maximum here without having a caution thrown at us. So I think this may be green for a little while longer here, but Talmadge is trying to cross his fingers that we stay green and get himself a good old green flag pit stop. But if you think about it, remember, we got this one pit stop coming up. If it is under green, you've got to realize that this is the money stop. If you mess up here, your race will most likely be done.
Tell you what, Switzer can gain on Talmadge in the corners, but on the straightaway, Talmadge gets out to a huge lead. I wonder if there's something with Talmadge's car that he can't get this steering. Maybe it is the front end, like you said.
Well, I think what he's got problems with right now is he's just tight getting into the corner, but he's probably really loose off, which is probably allowing him to get that really great acceleration, especially with him usually coming off on that outside lane, coming off of turns 2 and 4 here, and then diving down below that apron on the middle of the backstretch.
And that might be the problem Switzer has here. He's loose going in and then loose going out. But that seemed to help him through that corner.
We're nearing 20 laps to go here in the Kenyon's Graphics 125. It's McGinnis Motorsports 1, 2, 3, Talmadge, Switzer, Hoffman. Then Holder and G. Oh, here comes Switzer.
Or did Talmadge
great run to the outside lane.
No, he didn't. He's right there.
They run side by side.
For a second. They're still side by side.
And Switzer's running Talmadge's lane. Talmadge running Switzer's lane. It's not going to work for Talmadge. Switzer gets the run off the corner. He'll edge him out to turn 3.
Well, Willie, Talmadge is back.
There he goes again.
He's
he
clearing
slid
him.
up this time.
There comes the crossover move to the inside, though.
From the 704 games Ford. Right on the back bumper of the 28. 19 to go in the desert.
Whoa, contact!
Contact!
Nice
save
for the 99.
They both saved it.
Another save from the 99. And the 28 somehow didn't even go around at all there. He just went up towards the wall.
How do they do that?
And you know, Hoffman's so far back because these guys have been running such good lap times that he's not even a factor. It's still these top two by over 5 seconds.
Yeah, but wouldn't be surprised if another caution comes out before this race is over. That would allow Hoffman to possibly catch up and be in contention.
So we've got 18 to go. And I got to think, Trip, we're coming near pit stop time. Yeah, these guys, most of them pitted around lap 40, so they've only got maybe upwards of 5 more laps in the tank, so they're definitely going to have to come down pit road soon.
I wouldn't be
surprised. And then the other thing that we also have to think, we got to think about is the lap traffic, though, because long green flag run, they could be catching the back of the lead lap because there's been a lot of contact back there, especially Fisher G, Jackson, Rose, and then the one lap down car of Sims. There could be lap traffic on the way, especially after a pit stop sequence.
I almost wonder if Switzer's waiting for maybe him and Talmadge to pit at the same time. I wonder if they've got some strategy going on where they could be battling between them at the end of the race.
It looks like, Switzer's falling off so much right now. I think he used up all that stuff when he got to the inside of Talmadge and slid his tires. I think he lost a lot of traction there. I think he's just holding on here till a pit stop to see if he'll be able to get anything done on that 28 machine. Because you saw how fast he was.
Now, what he has to do is get around this 20 car because that's really going to hold him up. But he's going to slide up, but he's not going to get there. Nice job by Caleb Rose.
I wonder if he's just trying to
Caleb Rose has finished 3rd in both races this season. And today's not as good, but really trying to stand his ground here at a lap down.
He's doing pretty good with that.
Now there's 2 lap cars in between Talmadge and Switzer here. And pit stops, as you said, coming up very soon. Wonder when these guys are going to take
contact.
Whoa, Rose.
That'll hurt him. But now he's coming to the pit lane now.
And that's where Switzer gained. You saw it right there.
Car down, and Switzer.
And you saw Switzer had a lot better entry to pit road than Talmadge did. Talmadge is a little slow getting on, but Switzer did back it down just in time. So I think he's going to gain a couple seconds here.
Oh, he's taking 2. Wait, no, he's back to 4. I thought he was going to take 2 towers for a second.
He even faked us out for a second.
So Holder also pits, so Fisher G assumes the lead. Caleb Rose will end up cycling to 2nd, at least for now, till he pits. Everybody else that's still running is on pit road. Now G's going to cycle in. And Rose assumes the lead for the moment.
And somehow it's Switzer beating off Talmadge from the pit lane. I wonder if Talmadge made any big adjustments because that must have been a long pit stop. And looks like
Talmadge also always tries to do things so he can run that high lane. Maybe he's playing with some things. and trying to get that high lane to work. As we are at just 12 laps to go here in Phoenix at the Kenyon's Graphics 125.
It's about a second and a half back to Talmadge from Switzer.
Rose
And
to the pit
this is
lane
really
now.
where it's going to come down to, as Caleb Rose now pits, and now the lead is handed over to the 99 of Austin Switzer, and the battle once again is on.
Well, I tell you what, this is going to be crazy when these cycles finish up. I wonder if the 99 has enough momentum if the caution does not come out for the rest of the race. Maybe can win by a huge margin, or unless this 28 car catches up behind.
Now you saw there that 3 cars were instantly put under the one
Whoa.
lap down containment, and it looks like Holder, he hit the wall there on the back straight away. But as you can see, I believe that's Hoffman and G in front of these guys, in front of the leaders here. So this will definitely be a big factor for the 99 and the 28 in their attempts for the win with only 11 laps to go. And Switzer's, he's really going to have to keep calm underneath that hood. And, he's going to have to drive at the best of his ability here if he wants to be able to get this win. He and Talmadge are the only 2 on the lead lap.
This is going to be tense up here. There's contact. They're all 3 into the wall.
G. Rose.
And if they hold up
Switzer
Talmadge,
trying to get all 3 of them in one
Fisher.
swoop.
There he
Hoffman's
goes,
a little out of control.
Look
He's got to
out.
get out of the way
Oh,
of his
I saw that
teammates.
coming.
Oh, Fisher again.
2,
Switzer
3,
involved. He's
4.
There
There
goes
goes
Talmadge.
Talmadge. Oh, no.
Caleb Rose involved. Hoffman in it. Caution out here with under 10 to go.
Not
No,
yet. They're
stay
not
green.
throwing
Now
it
that
yet.
changes things.
They're not throwing it yet. We'll see what happens here.
Now a big break, as you saw for the 99 machine. He was involved in it, but so was Talmadge. And Talmadge spun down to the inside. He's got a lot of ground he's got to make up if he wants to get back and have a chance. Only 9 to go, and Switzer hits the inside wall.
Yeah, they might be getting ready to throw it. There's debris all over the place in turn 1.
Whether they throw the caution or not, that could have hindered the chance for Switzer to win the race. And then now he's just got to kind of try to keep
now they
this
throw
car
it.
under control, and there's the caution.
Caution is finally out. Almost 2 laps after that wreck. Man, that was a
Hoffman will
crazy
get
wreck.
his lap back.
That was the epitome of lap traffic getting in the way of the leaders. They tried to get to the high side, but Fisher G tried to get aggressive and tried to take 3rd place from the 8. And he ended up getting into him and Tyler and Caleb and Jarrett. A 5-car accident, biggest one we've seen all day.
I can imagine I know what Fisher was trying to do. Trying to not go a lap down so that he's still in contention. He just was too aggressive going into the corner.
See a replay of this. Oh, yeah, Hoffman wants to get out of the way.
Oh, there it
Fisher
is.
gets a run. Yeah, Switzer in the wall, collects Hoffman. It was a
There
McGinnis
goes
sandwich
Talmadge.
up there. And then around goes Talmadge off the bumper of Hoffman.
And if the 99 didn't get spun out there, we probably would have stayed green, since that would have been only about 3 cars with Fisher, G, and then Ethan Hoffman, and then Talmadge, who spun down to the inside. I think we could have stayed green, and that would have been Switzer's race.
I can imagine Jared Talmadge is very, very upset right now that he was going to inherit the lead if he didn't get wrecked there, but he stays out.
And you
Well,
can see on the
Switzer's
leaderboard
going to
there,
pit
only
and try to
4
get
guys
some
on the lead
tires
lap
for
at the
this
moment.
final stretch. Not really a danger because there's only 4 cars, it looks like, on the lead lap.
I'm
Talmadge,
surprised.
Switzer, Hoffman, and the 88.
I'm surprised that Talmadge, Hoffman, and G did not pit, because they're all in the lead lap, and if they wanted to be in contention, maybe they'd have pitted like Switzer did, but maybe they got their own little strategy going on here.
Someone I
out.
do feel bad for is the 14 of JoJo Sims. Sims, that one strategy right before the halfway bonus, and then the long green flag run, and he gets screwed of getting his lap back, and he's probably going to finish 8th a lap down.
Yeah, really bad run for the 14 today.
And one thing that did surprise me was that Talmadge did not pit. And, we've seen that he gets worse and worse as these runs go on. We might get a solid 5-lap run here to the end. And that's not going to really help out that 28 car. But with Hoffman,
Yeah, but it was really after about 10 laps, I think, when he really started to struggle. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for him. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Well, either way, some of these guys, they will get greedy here, and they're going to try and go for that win. But as you know, Tyler McDonald's the only one that is locked in, and we have...
Switzer fits his way into line.
So at this point, we're going to have 4 to go this time.
And Talmadge selects the inside.
This is setting up to be a good finish here. We got 4 cars battling for it. 3 of them have been the strongest all day. Not that Fisher G hasn't. He's been running up front. He's just found himself in rough spots. So we'll see if he can get something going here.
Toyota will fail to get a car on the lead lap. Jackson is 5th. Rose is 6th. Holder 7th. Sims 8th. Williamson and McDonald out of the race. Race control says this is the last restart here. 4 laps to go.
Oh, he jumped it. He may have jumped it there.
Didn't restart the line like usual. And now the 99 has to try to get up to that back end of the 28. And as you know, Tyler McDonald's the only one that, they get really loose and hit the wall there out of turn 2. At least Talmadge does. There goes the lead to the 99 of Austin Switzer.
Oh, bumpy, put him in the wall.
Whoa.
What does race control think about that one?
Being that Fisher G was the wave around car, he's well back. So Hoffman, though, still has a chance. G is stuck in lap traffic.
They're still making contact.
And with the
wow,
28,
Talmadge getting aggressive with his teammate. Talmadge is frustrated after 2 DNFs to start the season. He needs to get at least a solid finish, and he wants to get right to that win column.
Yeah, after jumping the restart, I don't know. Officials might just be a little mad at him.
Gets him back, and now 2 laps to go.
Switzer gave that 28
a versus Mr. Consistency. How's this gonna go?
I wouldn't be shocked if Talmadge catches up in the final laps here.
Will Talmadge return?
The second straight race here, Hoffman is coming to the picture. Hoffman's only about a 1.5 seconds back.
Yeah, this could be a 3-car race for the win here. Oh, you see Switzer get sideways going into turn 3.
He locked up the brakes. That's going to allow Talmadge to have a good shot here.
White flag.
Well, 1 more to go. McDonald's the only one locked into the playoffs. He's not a factor here. So we're going to have our first new winner of the season here. Who will it be? Switzer, Talmadge, and Hoffman have the best chances here. Will Talmadge try anything to get
he's
payback
down in
to
the
that
dog
99 for
Here
hitting
he
him?
comes.
There it is.
Talmadge
He dives below the apron.
There it is.
They slide up.
He got it. He just did it. He got it. He just did that.
To the Hoffman coming for second.
And
Switzer got
just
it.
barely holds off Hoffman for second.
That was
Jefferson
only
gets
2/100ths of a second for the second and third position battle. And Switzer will be the one getting that second position.
Kidding me? What a finish at Phoenix.
Back and forth, the 28 and the 99 win, hitting each other. I think it was turns 3 and turn 1. Those guys were just going at it. But that's gonna be a lot of controversy for sure with the way the 28 restarted and then the way they made contact every single lap to the finish.
Still waiting for official word from race control as to whether or not he keeps the win, because he didn't give it back immediately. We're still waiting to see.
Still gets a congratulatory bump from the 8 of Hoffman. What a battle throughout this race between Switzer and Talmadge. By far the 2 strongest.
Absolutely. I don't know. They might have to have a chat in the McGinnis Motorsports trailer after this. Maybe even the NASCAR trailer. Let's send it down to Spencer Fox for some post-race interviews. Spence?
Okay, I'm down here with Austin Switzer. He just got home second. So how do you feel about the move by Jarrett?
Well, I think we had a very good number 99 car this week. I mean, we were so strong all race. I got to thank 704 Games for giving us a great 99 Ford this week, but I wasn't that happy about that move at all. We had the best car. I think he was a little too aggressive into the corner. I mean, I don't plan on any sort of retaliation. I don't believe in that, but he'll definitely be talked to at the shop on Monday because I think I should have won that race. He was a little too aggressive, and it's not just the dive bomb move, but also when he came up and pretty much blocked me right up into the wall. Still a second's nothing to complain about. Hopefully we can get back strong at Kansas.
Okay, Austin Switzer comes home second. Well, I'm down here with Ethan Hoffman. He came home third, almost second. So what will you do going into Kansas to improve the car?
Yeah, my 8-car team has been really working on this setup for Kansas, and hopefully I can get my first career win next week. That'd be amazing.
So you almost got second, but you got third barely. So what will you do, or how does it feel to get that close but not get second?
Yeah, it really sucks. I thought we were going to get a runner-up position. It would have been my best finish in VRC. Me and Austin Switzer were battling right down to the line, and yeah.
Well, Ethan Hoffman comes home third. Well, I'm down here with Josh Williamson. So how do you feel about the car, and what do you think you're going to do going into next week?
Dang, man, I don't know. The car was so tight heading into the first corner, then so loose heading into the final corner. I didn't know what to do with it all day. And then, on top of it all, the engine just had to grenade on us. We'll see what happens. Kansas has been a pretty, good place for us to run, considering, the run at Las Vegas and experience past. But hopefully we can get a good finish there and rebound a little bit from this bad points day.
All right, point standings here after 3 of 12 races. Tyler McDonald locked in. Jarrett Talmadge in trouble after this race. This win was taken away. It's encumbered. Switzer second, Rose third, McDonald, Hoffman G, Nick Barcom the first one out. So we're going to be signing out here, so I want to thank everybody for Joseph McIntyre, Don Reynolds, Trip McGinnis, Spencer Fox on pit road. I'm Eddie Kalegi. We'll see you next time on the Virtual Racing Network when we're racing in Kansas.